Vaya Con Dios was a Belgian music act that stood out for its mixing of styles, as well as the distinctive voice of its lead singer Dani Klein. It was one of the most successful Belgian music acts ever, having sold more than 7 million albums and more than 3 million singles. It was founded in 1986, but since 1991 Vaya Con Dios was for the most part a one-woman band, centered on singer, lyricist, bandleader and producer Dani Klein, reinforced by an ever-changing selection of musicians. As of 2014, Dani Klein was performing her last international tour under the Vaya Con Dios formula. Vaya Con Dios officially stopped with the last concert on Saturday, the 25th of October 2014, in Vorst Nationale. Biography. Vaya Con Dios was founded in 1986 by Dirk Schoofs, Dani Klein and Willy Lambrecht. Schoofs and Lambrecht were close friends, who had frequently worked as an acoustic duo. Klein and Lambrecht had previously worked in electronic band Arbia de Delt, which lost momentum when bandleader Marcel van Tilt left to become an MTV Europe VJ. After enjoying a one-off performance as a trio, they decided to form Vaya Con Dios based on shared interests in gypsy music, jazz and opera, genres they felt were underappreciated in Brussels. The trio's first single, Just a Friend of Mine, entered the top 20 in Belgium, and became a top 10 hit in France. This was a milestone especially for Klein, who was now 34, and who had been trying to make it as a singer since age 17. After this first hit, Lambrecht left the band well before the 1988 debut album Vaya Con Dios was completed, and was later replaced by Jean-Michel Guilin. This first album, self-produced by Schoofs and Klein, met with mixed critical acclaim, mostly because it was very eclectic and difficult to categorize. Nevertheless, it was well received in several European countries, and held 3 more singles. The 1990 follow-up album, Night Owls, was again produced by Klein and Schoofs, and produced another 3 singles. Na, an up-tempo mix of Latin and jazz rock, profited from heavy airplay on MTV Europe. What's a Woman, a soul ballad, did well across Europe, and became a #1 hit in the Netherlands and Belgium. In 1991 Schoofs and Klein fell out badly, resulting in Schoofs' departure from the band, only to die months later, on the 24th of May 1991, at the age of just 29, of a cocktail of medication, alcohol and drugs. Klein left playing with just Guilin and various musicians, nevertheless continued to record a new Vaya Con Dios album, while at the same time doing more and more international performances, due to ever-increasing popularity. In 1992 Time Flies was released, produced mostly by Klein herself. Again 3 singles were released from the album, The Dramatic, Heading for a Fall, doing well in several countries. The album did very well in Europe, reaching #1 in Switzerland and getting platinum certification in 4 countries, eventually proving to be the most successful Vaya Con Dios album. In 1993 it was followed with the first Vaya Con Dios World Tour. In 1995 Klein, by then evidently suffering from high workload, still managed to record a 4th Vaya Con Dios album, Roots and Wings, from which yet another 3 singles were released. Recorded at Muscle Shoals Studios, Alabama, the album is even more soul-oriented, while at the same time integrating Arab and India music influences. Again there was album chart success in several European countries. In 1996 Klein quit the music business because of complete fatigue, illustrated by spontaneous hair loss. She returned in 1999 as singer in the group Purple Prose, which released a debut album that year. Vaya Con Dios returned in 2004 with a new album titled The Promise. In 2006, the Ultimate Collection Greatest Hits album was released. It featured Aaron Neville on a new recording of the 1990 soul ballad What's a Woman? In October 2009, the album Comment est Benus was released for the first time with all songs in French. In December 2010, the German DJ duo Milk and Amp Sugar released a remix of the song Na Neh Na, reaching the top 10 in the German media control charts. In 2013, Dani Klein started a farewell tour, the last Vaya Con Dios tour ever. The last concert was played at the 25th of October 2014 at Forest National in Brussels. Discography. Albums.